Hello, my name is Zach Goodrich, and this is my Module 3 Leadership Style and Ethics Perfect Mixture for Success presentation. To start, here's an outline of the presentation: leadership style, leadership characteristics, code of ethics, and professional norms. My leadership style is servant and transformational. I enjoy maximizing every individual's potential, continuing to just be a support, learning who they are and trying to help them reach their potential. Consistently encouraging students and educators throughout the school year. I find it very important as the school year is long that we continue to want to learn and continue to want to just bring out the best of each individual. One of the quotes: "To manage life and act responsibly is very hard without ethics. The significance of ethics cannot be disregarded in any level of life. It's important that they are practiced in the area of education." And I think for me, as my leadership style is servant and transformational, I desire to be that in each and every student's day, is just serve them and provide them with just the encouragement to be their best. Leadership characteristics. In an ethically led school, there is a clear vision and mission and a set of shared values and principles that are understood and owned by everyone who works at the school, who works there. For me, the characteristics that I try to exhibit each day is commitment, integrity, servant, consistency, connectivity, and encourager. I think the two that stick out to me the most is connectivity, just being able to connect with all walks of life, each student within our building, and just being able to be genuine and being able to, again, provide support. I believe that is when a student feels supported and who they are and what they're doing, I believe gives them the best opportunity to reach their potential. Code of ethics. Trust is non-negotiable. Ethical leaders possess a strong and moral purpose and an overriding sense of honesty. They lead by example at all times and act with conviction. I know our current lead administrator every day just walks with just an authentic approach to life, and I know that our staff and myself, I trust him just with decisions and how he just carries himself for our school. And so for me, I appreciate that each and every day. Professional ethics are principles and standards that govern one's behavior in a professional environment. Different professions and business have their own codes of conduct with which people are expected to follow. Being in public schools, a K through 8th, being in a private school, K through 12th, there definitely was some differences. And I believe as you get to your school and you're learning, I think it's important to get a good grasp on what those expectations are. Professional norms. For me, hopefully, that is commitment to students every day. That is kind of where I try to be my best. Is I'm committed to the students. The educator accepts the responsibility to adhere to the highest ethical standards. We want them to have an environment that is going to help them succeed not only currently but in the future. And as an educator, you desire that to be the norm. The next quote is: "In our experience working with schools and the school systems around the world, we have found that norms can play a powerful role in eliciting the breadth of perspectives that is needed for a group of educators to tackle hard problems. And along the way, teams that lean into norms often find that they ratchet up the joy factor of their collaborative work." And that to me is, if there's joy in any process, if it's a challenge or it's something that the students really just gravitate to, I think it provides a level of, we are going to continue to be lifelong learners, not only in the classroom but outside, where we will continue to grow. In order for norms to make a difference in how the teams work together, the team needs to revisit its norms continually, and that is making sure that everyone is following the things that were decided on. And so for me, the professional norm is consistency and a constant reminder of, are we approaching this with the commitment to students in mind? Observed and learned. Coach Grigg is somebody that he was my math teacher. He was my driver's ed teacher, and he could connect with all walks of life, and he did it in a genuine way. The student that maybe wasn't always on the teacher's best list, the student that was really good in the classroom, the student that didn't have many friends, he was somebody that was always there and connected with, again, with all walks of life. And that was something I observed, and he just took the time to be authentic and listen to him. And that those are things I try to do daily with the current students I have the opportunity to be with. And then understanding roles and responsibilities. As my current lead administrator, uh, he knows how to make sure that there's value felt in our custodians role and our math teachers role, the individuals that help out in the lunchroom. And so I think for me, just letting your support, your staff, your faculty know that you value what they're doing, and that you encourage them to be in those roles and know their responsibilities. Learned Coach Reed, another individual who I've had an opportunity to be around and work with, is focus on the little details. I think that makes the biggest difference. Little details end up having big outcomes or big results. And I think as you learn that students just desire you to invest in them, in the little details, I believe that has major impact. Just being a good listener, that's what I've learned from a lot of the educators I've had opportunity to work with and have seen their connectivity with students, is that they listen, and there's just an intentional purpose there. And then always seek wisdom if there's a challenge or a problem to solve. There's been plenty of individuals who've been through similar scenarios, and you might find that when you ask questions, you can definitely get an answer that may make the problem a little easier to solve. Impact, for me, this picture sums it up for me. You want to plant seeds, you want to water them, and you want to give them sun, and hopefully they grow. And as an educator and as an individual in a school building, you want all your students to have that opportunity to grow. And the one that this quote at the end strikes me the most is, the educator recognized the magnitude and the responsibility inherent in the teaching process, and the desire for the respect and confidence of one's colleagues, of a student and parents, and of the members of the community provides the incentive to attain and maintain the highest possible degree of ethical conduct. And that's in our building, in our classrooms, our interactions, that we're giving the student the best environment to improve, not only as a learner, but also as a lifelong learner. And then the educator strives to help each student realize his or her potential as a worthy and effective member of the society. That is our responsibility, and hopefully each and every day we are intentional with each student that is either learning in our classroom, or we have a interaction that they feel supported on the goals they want to pursue. Here are my responses. I will add the presentation to the post so you may read those.